Hello, in today's video we'll be replacing the headlights on the 2005 Chevy Cobalt. And we want to start off by removing these two clips from the bumper grill assembly. It'll make the job of removing and reinstalling the headlight a lot easier. And to remove them, I'm using a clip removal tool. But if you don't have it or you don't want to spend money on a tool, you can use a screwdriver. And what you want to do is use one or two screwdrivers to lift up on the pin. And once you get the pin popped up, you can pull out the clip. And you do the same for the next clip. And now you have this extra wiggle room to get the headlight assembly out. And now you want to remove these two bolts for the headlight assembly. And you can either use a 10mm socket or a Phillips head screwdriver. And to get the headlight assembly out, you want to push down on the bumper as you pull out. And these two tabs hold the headlight assembly on the bottom. And they slide into these two notches. And lastly, it has this tab that holds it on the corner. And now you want to rotate this headlight clip. And you can now slide out the headlight bulb assembly. And to remove the connector, you want to lift up on those two tabs to get past the notch. You can also use a flathead screwdriver, but you want to be careful not to break the tabs. And you can now separate the headlight bulb from the retaining clip. And this is a 2-filament headlight bulb, one for the low beam and one for the high beam. And I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but one of them is burnt out. And these are the headlight bulbs that I'll be using. And you want to make sure that you never touch the glass portion of the headlight bulb with your bare fingers. Any oil residue can lessen the lifespan of a headlight bulb. So you want to grab it from the plastic portion of the headlight bulb, or use gloves or a paper towel. And we can now install the new bulb and push it into position. And we can now twist on the retaining clip. And these are the 3 tabs that lock into position. And we can now push in the connector. And before we put back everything, we want to make sure that the headlight turns on. And we can now reinstall the headlight assembly. And I found it easier to install the inner portion of the headlight assembly first. And after that, it just slides into position. And here's a top view of the install. And we can now reinstall the 2 bolts. And now we can just tighten the bolts with the ratchet. And reinstall the 2 clips. And you can repeat the same steps if you do the other headlight. And that completes this install. Please like and subscribe.